Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you took the time to join us, especially now with March Madness beginning. I don't want us to get lost in the shuffle, but you're probably thinking, well, wait a minute. I thought you said you weren't going to do daily vlogs. I'm not. Am I? I am. We've got so much to share from the Galveston show. I'm not done yet. Well, this vlog is going to be kind of a vlog extra, if you will. And I've got, oh my gosh, can I even get this in 2 more parts, you guys? I've got some more cars to share with you. A couple people we were actually able to capture on the vlog and just say hi to. I want to share that. I mean, that's important to me because you guys, this car, that's the channel. So I have an opportunity to share that. I want to make sure that we do that. And then, of course, the last and the final vlog from the Galveston show is going to be the best one. It's going to be one that's really going to get that mind wandering. And why not? And man, is it fun. Steve and Luann's Time Traveler Stingray. Stay tuned for that. Well, you know, as far as the March Madness and the bracket thing, I think just about everybody's doing a bracket, whether you're into basketball or not. And we didn't do a contest per se on the channel, which I wanted to do. There's too much going on right now, but I am going to share next week part of a vlog that I did where I was kind of showing off my hoop talents. But as far as my talents go in regards to picking a bracket, here it is right here. Method to my madness and true success because I've won it several times. Just got to be a good guesser. And that's all it is. Be a good guesser. I like that name. Click. Oh, that has a nice ring to it. Oh, great. Oh, they have an even number next to their ranking. I'll pick them. Yeah, okay, stuff like that. All right, I don't want to start rambling and be too long because this is a vlog extra, if you will, part of our Galveston Corvette Expo coverage. Part 1 link is down below, part 2 link is below. A lot more cars, a lot more people, and some cool stuff yet to come. Speaking of cool stuff, how about that car right there? Oh, yes. Yes! That one is the 2017 Grand Sport Collector's Edition. Now, you know what's funny about this car is when I featured it on Facebook, I got a text message from my friend and your friend, our Corvette friend, our buddy on the internet, Chuck from Corvettes 918. He says, hey Rick, you know, can you send me a picture of the rear spoiler, what stage is that? Can you send me a picture of the side skirts? I got somebody who might be interested in that. I said, okay. He goes, hey, can you send me a picture of the front splitter? Because I posted the car on Facebook knowing that we made the purchase and it was in transit, so I had some final photos and we were putting that up there, so he wanted to know what was on it from whomever he was talking to. So I get him that information and then I get the text message, okay, I'm going to take the car. You're going to take what? What? I thought you were getting this information for someone because he's been so kind to send us a lot of referrals and a lot of support here on the YouTube channel. But he says, no, shh, don't tell anybody because I'm buying this for my wife, Carrie. I thought, how cool is that? Aww. So what a pleasure and what an honor to be a part of that. So yes, he's, as you've seen on his channel, he's completed the purchase and we're just waiting for transport to get there. So now it's a race. Does the Grand Sport get to Oklahoma first, or does this new CR1 he's got on order that's built, does it get there first? Come on, man, you can't. Passport, you gotta get here, man. Kick that step up.
Whoa. Get out the way, get out the way.
Definitely keep you guys up to date when that's gonna ship, and we'll give Carrie a little send-off. Right here on the channel. Oh yeah, how cool. You know, and when you see that car, sometimes you got to see that car in person. And when you see it in person, you're like, oh yeah, we've talked about that before. Someone's like, oh, I don't know about that blue. I don't know. And you see it in person. I was like, oh yeah, I like that. Yeah, it's classy, it's special, it's limited edition, and it's Corvette, man. All right, so before we get into today's vlog, another quick thing that Chuck said. He goes, hey Rick, you know, when my ZR1 gets here, I'm gonna be doing this, doing that, because I want you to come in and I want you to drive my car. I mean, I was like, wow, man, what an honor. I really appreciate that. And we're gonna vlog it for you guys. So I'm gonna share a little bit, you know, from my perspective on my channel, and Chuck's got like a gazillion cameras, so we'll share all kinds of angles on his channel. But he said, here's the deal. All right, I appreciate that. And I'm gonna drive your ZR1, but here's the deal. I need to drive it a certain way. He goes, okay, so stay tuned for that in coming months. let him get the car there, broken, treated, what have you. And what an honor and what a pleasure that's going to be to drive his ZR1 the way I want to drive it. Thanks, Chuck. We are back in Ohio. I had a wonderful time in Galveston. So this vlog, as I said, is kind of just an extra. I've got a lot I want to share with you. Again, customers, cars, and that cool time traveler car. But today, I was asked from the folks that run the show. They said, "Here, Rick, can you go out with the radio station and just do an interview and talk about the car?" Now, I had no preset questions whatsoever. So sometimes that can be a little nervous, but they were really cool guys. A show they call In Wheel Time. Broadcast from these shows, and they do a wonderful job. I was really, really happy to be a part of it. So I'm gonna cut a few small parts out, but I'm gonna share as much as I can right here. So that's pretty much our vlog today. Now here's our radio interview highlight from our recent attendance at the 2018 Corvette Expo at the Galveston Convention Center.
So our special guest in our remote studio, you like that?
Yeah, that sounded good.
It does, thank you very much. Is Rick Conti.
Hi guys.
And Rick is a car dealer, a Corvette car dealer in Ohio.
Correct.
Welcome to the warm weather, my friend.
Thank you. It's great to be here. You know, it's funny, Don, you said the same thing, that when I meet customers for the first time, and actually one of the clients I sold several years ago from this venue has her car on display. And I remember coming up to my booth and she saw the name. She says, where are you from? I said, we're from Columbus, Ohio. And at the time they had the show in Houston. She says, do you know you're in Houston, Texas? I said, yeah. I said, it's really nice here. I'd enjoy it. She goes, wait a minute. You're a Corvette dealer in Houston. I'm from Ohio. I don't get it. But what we do is a lot of internet business when you're in a specialty like this special car.
I was going to ask you, so how does that work? I mean, you know, obviously there's probably a dozen Chevrolet dealers just in the city of Houston alone. How do you compete with that?
Well, you know, it's funny, they have to compete with me. And I'm here. They're not here today.
Why?
Well, you got a point there.
Well,
I mean, they're not here today.
Seriously, I mean, can you compete financially with them?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
How does that work? I don't understand.
Well, in the same scenario with that lady, it was funny because at that time the Stingray was just coming out, the new C7, and the local dealers were much higher premium, if you will,
right,
to get that car. We weren't, and we were discounting the car. So the lady actually...
Like a regular dealership, sure.
Sure, absolutely. It's no different. It's, you know, from facilitating it, you know, over the phone, over the internet. They actually ordered a car and took delivery at the National Corvette Museum in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Right. So all I had to do was overnight paperwork back and forth. It was really, truly an easy transaction for her and for us.
Yeah, and Chevrolet still offers that, do they not? Where you can pick the car up at the museum?
Yeah, I was on a plane, I don't know, sometime last year, and there was a guy there. He was all excited, obviously, and he was talking. His daughter was going with him, and I listened, you know, but they were going up there to pick up this new Corvette, right, to go out home. And that was the first time I'd ever heard of that, you know, that process. I thought, how cool is that? To go to the factory, tour the factory, check it all out.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that they've been doing that since that factory's been open.
Well, apparently they have, but I just, you know.
You lost it?
Yeah, I just never heard of it.
Yeah.
Well, you got to remember, this car that they purchased, and I'm talking specifically, I know there's some other cool Chevys here today, but I'm talking specifically about a Corvette, is really an event purchase in your life. So that's how we treat it. That's how Chevrolet does it with the museum. I think is a wonderful opportunity. And 80% of the business I do is out of state. And it's cold in Ohio right now, so why not be here in Galveston?
That's right. Looking out here out the door at the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh, it's beautiful, man. I love it.
So do you actually make deliveries at your dealership?
Oh yeah, people fly in and we'll pick them up at the airport and they'll drive back. In fact, here's another way. You either can buy the car from us and then we can ship it via private carrier right to your home, which is kind of a cool thing. The other way is you can order a car and actually have it shipped to a local dealership. If they,
through you?
Through me, if they choose to get it. Now, I just did this in Dallas with a customer. Dealership didn't want to compete with the price, but agreed to, you know, for a fee to take the car, prep it, what have you. Well, and Wayne, we're talking about you if you're watching on the channel, buddy. And what I did is, sorry, I'm doing a YouTube thing at the same time talking to you guys. I apologize. Multitasking. And what I did is I flew in and surprised this guy and showed up at the delivery at the dealership in Dallas. And he had no idea I was going to be there, just to shake his hand and say, hey, thanks for the business, because the nationwide business I do, I don't have that opportunity to say thank you and shake the hand.
Sure, that face-to-face relationship.
And that, that's what I get a chance to do here. I mean, I try to walk around the venue so far. I haven't had a chance to see everything, and I've gotten stopped about 6 times already from customers either know us from the YouTube channel or people that we've done business with, which is exciting. But being here, I think, is a key, and it shows that we're not just about selling a car. We understand the passion and the enthusiasm, and we share it that you have for Corvette. Being a part of it, being here is a blast, man. It really is.
Well, it's truly amazing. And of all places, Columbus, Ohio. Did you grow up there?
No, not at all.
Where are you from?
Born and raised in southeastern Michigan. Don't hate me for that. But I call Ohio my home, so I've been in Ohio for over 35 years. So
yeah.
Ohio is my home. Born northern Ohio. And been in the Columbus area for about 7 years. So it's
I'm sure you've heard this before, but I'm going to tell you again. That's just plain weird. You've heard that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All the time, every day, several times today, in fact.
Yeah.
When I'm over there, they're like, where are you from? I'm from Columbus, Ohio. What are you doing here? Same thing you said to me just before we went on air. What are you doing here? You know why we're doing here? Because we get it. I mean, we really truly get it with the Corvette enthusiast. And being here is not just about promoting ourselves and trying to sell cars. It really is just enjoying the lifestyle that these people enjoy and sharing that on our websites, on the YouTube channel. And other people around the country get an opportunity to see that. Some of the venues we go to, folks will watch us online, Facebook, my personal website, YouTube channel. They're like, wow, that's a really neat show. I think I'm going to go to that next year. So we help promote the events indirectly by promoting the sport, if you will. Say, hey, folks, you need to come check these out. Whether you're a Corvette owner or not, there's some beauty. And it's not just the cars that they have here, guys. Did you see, and I know you got set up late too. We were both trying to get in the door to go
this morning, yeah.
But the displays they have, it's not just setting a car there and put some stanchions around it. I mean, there's some neat themes. This one guy's got this buried treasure theme and all kinds of gold coins and mermaids around it. And then my customer, Luann, that I was just talking about, she's got a time traveler and all these time clocks and all this neat stuff. It's neat, the fun that they have in displaying the pride they have for Corvette.
Well, back in my day anyway, I mean, you got awards for your display, separate from your car. So, and obviously they work together, but yeah, that was always a big thing. Who got the best display award?
Yeah, it's fantastic. And Corvette is such an iconic car. I don't care if you've ever owned one. There's everybody in this country is affected or has a Corvette story. If you don't own one yourself, it's either, I know this guy at work, or I know the neighbor, or my dad's buddy.
Or I saw one that did this.
Absolutely. And that's the cool thing that this car has, and not a lot of cars have that. They really don't. So I enjoy being a part of it.
Well, so I have to ask you about the purchasing process. See, so if I'm shopping for a Corvette, I know exactly what I want.
Sure.
And I know all the options that I want or don't want on it. And I'm shopping it. And the dealer down the street may have one, may not have one, but there's one in the area and he can get it in. How do you compete against that?
Well, a lot of times, there's so many different packages and so many different options on this car. It gets confusing. One of the biggest things I have on these local dealers, and a lot of dealers that sell this car, is besides being passionate and enthusiastic, I know the car. I mean, you can go into a dealership today and say, hey, can you just tell me the difference between the 1, 2, and 3 LT package? It's like they got stars in their eyes. Let me get my book. Let me get my manager. No, I just want to know the difference between the 2 packages.
They can't tell you.
No, not at all. So, having an informed buying purchase, I think, is a great value. Price is important, but it's not the number one reason we do business. I mean, people just, hey, treat me fair. I want to know what I'm buying. If I'm spending $75 grand, it's got to mean something. That'll be the first thing I'll say to a client that'll call me from Texas. Hey, I'm looking at this car up the street. Hey, is it a 1, 2, or 3 LT? I don't know. Is it a Z51? Is it a Stingray? Is it a Grand Sport or Z06? I don't know.
It's a Corvette.
It's 65 grand. Well, what do you get for 65 grand? Well, I don't know. Well, how do you feel about spending that 65 grand? I'm not too good right now.
Right.
Let's start over. So we go through the process. So price will come into play, and a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, we're going to be better price-wise. But also, too, you get into the intricacies of the different packages. People are like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that I didn't get the curb cameras on 1LT. I had to go to 2LT to get it. Oh wow, the guy up the street didn't tell me that. That's really what I wanted. I almost bought that car. Oh, I'm so glad I called. And being a specialist is a great value in this car. So, you know, God bless the internet. It's allowed us to facilitate deals all across the country. It's crazy.
So you really don't have a problem, you know, if for lack of a better term, a newbie. You know, I've always wanted a Corvette. That's usually me. I've always wanted a Corvette for a little while, but I really don't know other than I want a Corvette. Right. So you don't really have a problem of helping somebody walk kind of through that process.
You don't mind being the educator.
No, I don't believe it. A lot of people go to school on Ricky, and that's okay. But I think that's where you earn that trust and you earn that respect of that potential customer. And that's the time that I'll spend with those clients, whether it's through text, through it's email, on the phone, at these shows. They enjoy it and they appreciate that. So if you're a beginner, before we get into 1, 2, or 3 LT packages, I'm going to ask you what your anticipation is of the car, how you're going to use the car, okay? Because you may say, hey, I want a Grand Sport, but I don't want a really rough ride. I just want the smoothest ride possible. I'm not going to track the car. I'm reading Road and Track magazine. Here, let me tell you the story. This is a good analogy, scenario, what you're talking about. Had a client come in one time, referral from Indiana, brought a real big, thick envelope, and I'm glad that we're on the radio. We have time for this because you're like, oh my gosh, this guy just loves to talk. Okay, just let him go.
There's that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's fine. Go
hey,
right
just,
ahead.
you know, just wave your hand and say, okay, dude, shut up. But if I got to do that. So they come in from Indiana. They got this big research. Nice couple retired to buy their Corvette. They're going to travel and enjoy themselves. They said, I've been reading Road and Track and Car Driver magazine, and I need a Z51 convertible. And they already told me what I needed to know. And I said, hey, no disrespect and research. Can I make a suggestion? Yes, if you want to travel, you probably need room for a lot of luggage. You don't have any room in the convertible. Let me show you. Like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that. I mean, there's really no room in the convertible. Okay,
correct.
So we talked about the coupe. They did not know that the top came out in all the coupes. And the carbon fiber top only weighs 16 pounds, so it's easy. Oh, I didn't know that. We're talking about Z51 suspensions, really that upgrade from Stingray that is more that weekend warrior, just a little more aggressive car.
A little bit of a track car.
Dry sump oil system, you know, you got the transmission cooler, differential cooler, like, well, I don't need, I'm not tracking a car. Well, that's what you're reading in Car and Driver Road Track. They're talking about track cars.
Right.
But that's not your, here, drive the Stingray, drive the Z51, come back, you tell me what you think. Come back, he gave me the folder, he goes, here, you can throw that out. he goes, thank you for taking the time, making the suggestion. So they end up, and they wanted a convertible, they left that day with a coupe and a regular Stingray, and they drive it all the time, go to the Carolinas, everything they wanted to do in the car they can. The
because they're happy with it now, because if they'd bought the convertible, they wouldn't have been happy with it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's just, you know, it goes back to those basics of sales. Listen to your customer, man. Listen to your customer. They'll tell you what it takes to sell a car if you pay attention.
I want to buy a Corvette and I want to have it delivered to the Bowling Green facility.
Absolutely, not a problem.
Okay.
We'll go through, we'll spec it out. Either you can do it on Chevrolet.com, I'll review it, make suggestions in the order to make sure you get the right options. We'll do all the paperwork via overnight mail, whether you're paying cash or financing. And then I'll give you a temporary tag that you take with you to the National Corvette Museum, and make sure you tell all your friends at home to watch you because you'll be on the webcam when you take delivery.
So will you be the one to deliver it to me?
No, unfortunately not. I'm not. Usually I'm not. Bowling Green's about 5 hours from the store.
Just a hop, skip, and a jump.
Hop, skip, and a jump. And the way the schedule is, it is hard to do that. And from time to time, like the Dallas thing, I'll show up, surprise, and participate in the delivery.
And you can finance?
Yeah, you can do financing with us too. Use banks all over the country. Absolutely.
So you're competitively priced in that area too?
You were just talking about rates a little bit ago. We're doing $299 for 72 months. Is that pretty good?
That's pretty good.
It's
very
It's
good
not a lease,
compared to
that's a buy.
That's a buy. Yeah.
And what dealership do you work for?
Coughlin Chevrolet in a little town outside of Columbus called Pataskala, Ohio. So Columbus is 15 minutes away, so it's easy to say
And it's not
Columbus.
And it's not Coughlin.
No, it's not. It's Coughlin, but yeah, everybody says Coughlin because of it.
Right, or GH.
Yeah, absolutely.
Coughlin Chevrolet. Is it a big dealership?
Yeah, we actually have 5 Chevy stores in the Columbus area. We're the #1 Corvette dealer in the state of Ohio. And then we're up and down nationally too, depending on when you rank us. But I've been doing this, like I said, in my 23rd year now, and just focused on Corvettes. So,
and what did you do before you got into the Corvette sales? I had to ask because there's something there. I know I haven't put my finger on it yet, but it's something.
Here it comes, Don. Radio.
See,
He looked at me. It's like, did you know that?
I was afraid he was going to be a male stripper or something.
Yeah, look at me.
Well,
Right.
Well, 25 years ago.
Oh, my stripping too. Yeah, right. Give me a break.
Well, hey, man, it's great to talk to you. We really appreciate the education on how this all works.
You got a website?
Do I have a website?
Yeah.
Yes, CORVETTEConti, CONTI.com, CORVETTEConti.com, and it's RickCorvetteConti on YouTube.
That's an Italian name, isn't it?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yeah.
Actually, I ate at Mario's up the street.
Mario.
last night.
Of course.
Oh my God.
Oh, you know what, guys? Coming up in a future vlog, I'm actually going to draw the winner of the camouflaged 1/18 scale Corvette diecast. That thing is really special. I mean, if you take... we'll talk about that in a little bit. All the registration slips are coming from Houston, so when they get here, we'll draw the name and we'll announce the winner on the vlog.